bit interesting. KT's approach to this one, they have just gone for the same top side as before. Now T1, a lot of picks that you could prioritize here. The Neela, the Olaf might get banned if they go away here. But they're looking at the Yasuo, and this is technically a flex.
Very cool.
This could be, we've seen T1 play center Yasuo bot lane, but also Yasuo into Smolder. We've seen a lot of Yasuo into Corki.
Yep.
And this is something I've been looking for, by the way, since I saw the center changes. Would be something like a Wukong. They're going to go for the Lee Sin instead.
Whoa.
But I think pairing the center with Bruisers, really powerful, you know?
Oh, wait. Hang on. Where are things going? Because I remember when a certain bottom lane played Senna Lee Sin.
I think it's Senna Lee bot.
Sick.
I think it's going to be Senna Lee bot, Lilia jungle, Aatrox top.
I mean, Lilia has to be in the jungle, right? Aatrox probably has to be top lane. This is likely where it's going to be. T1 to do something not Senna would have been a really great idea.
Yeah. And, oh no, Def.
Oh dear. Def already going to get queued here by Keria, as Beryl doing his very best to try and keep him safe, and is going to be able to do so. Tornado going to connect though, and now BDD is coming in. Another Q going to land here from Keria, looking for first blood, and he's going to boop him back, but the flash forward's going to be there. That's going to be first blood, going over to Lee Sin, but Keria might pay for it. Deft is now in an awkward position. He's going to flash, BDD gets a kill, but so does Faker. Pyoshik's going to turn up. One after the other, they head towards the enemy jungle. That flash was sick from Pyoshik, and now Oner might find himself in a rough position, but it's 2-2, guys. Let's back off. Never mind. Gumayushi is now going to find BDD, also face-checking a brush, as BDD is just going to walk it off. He's like, no, we're finished here. And Guma is going to say, no, we're not, as Beryl is back. And he's Hex flashing, and he's going to crash onto Gumayushi, who's now found himself a little bit too far forward. Does get the Piercing Darkness, though, and Oner spinning around a whole bunch, then takes a bunch of damage back. Over to you, Orcs. This is ridiculous.
Just about what I...
we did see just there, as Keria, this is the last time that he played it. I believe it was alongside a Senna that time as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Keria's using Oner's skin, the new T1 skin.
Yeah, because he hasn't played it since it was released, right?
Yeah, so...
Wow. That is kind of rude. Hopefully Oner is going to be okay with it. Is finally he's going to flash, so there we get the clean 8. Cancer.
Okay, I'm glad we could distinguish that, because I was getting a bit confused. Nah, that's all right.
I'll be here for any of your equestrian needs. As Oner is going to now set up towards this Ziggs, but Faker's in trouble. Great interruption on the crash down, but the Ignite still comes in. BDD chasing him down, flapping over. Another Q would do it, but he doesn't overextend. So we're already there. And it's only 5.5 minutes. As Faker is going in with 300 health, and he's just dead. BDD going to be able to grab that kill as Beryl and Pyoshik right there ready to challenge.
Yeah, you know, so many teams will have a preferred person for certain champs and something in the bot lane duos when you have like things like Senna where it goes to each. But I find it so cool that like Keria plays the Senna game 1 when Guma's on the Neela, and now it's the other way around.
There's a last breath as the wind wall does come down. BDD presses flap though, and he's just going to...
Faster stack and faster spikes. We do now see finally the Renekton Sejuani pairing, looking to punish Zeus.
Oh, there's the flash forward from Perfect. Zeus is going to get tagged, and the Winter's Wrath will be enough. The dive was beautiful there from KT. There we go. As Beryl now looking for an opportunity, could crash over this wall, and there it is! Crash down does come on through there as well, as Zeus does get over here. Gumayushi, let's see whether he can keep them alive. 3 versus 2 right now, a lot of things on cooldown here on KT's side, but it is another pick-off for them. T1, they did have that set up in game number 1, but I don't think anyone really knows what's going to happen, as right now, Perfect is going to get shot a bunch of times here by Gumayushi. As the slice does come through, Perfect going to be just fine. Doesn't have teleport.
Perfect moving around. He's so strong in these early grub fights.
Yep, teleport is going to come in here as Perfect getting in. There is the crash down from Beryl. Mega Inferno Bomb right on top of Oner as the grubs are being taken down in the meantime. Keria dashing into the backline. Perfect surviving for so long, but will eventually be taken down, and the damage is kind of missing here from KT, but these health bars going lower when the bouncing bombs do land. Gumayushi taking a lot of damage, but he is going to still get the ult off. The Dawning Shadow layered across. Deft is going to sacrifice himself to get the kill onto the center, but the team fight is won pretty wholeheartedly here by T1. Tex Deck Minefield goes down there from Deft just to stop Gumayushi from being able to get in. As the snare is going to land onto Perfect. He could still be a target here. Does hold onto the slice in order to get away from Keria, as there is the Rift Herald picked up by KT. slightly avoided. I think that might have been the snout of Bristle that did sort of smell that ball as it was flowing by. As this dragon has now been started, and KT, will they actually commit to any sort of play? Keria going to get spotted out as the tower is going to be taken, and KT just giving this one up, saying instead, we're just going to try and take your stuff. Game is ever stabilized, like we're seeing KT attempt to do now. Yeah, the inroads are just not looking too good, as now Keria might be in trouble. Oh my goodness, and she does so much damage. What the heck? As all right, Beryl is going to be pulled back there by the Infernal Chains. These flank angles, and Keria on the other side for the pincer is going to get caught out here by Perfect, who does dash his way out. A long way away from any sort of turret right now. You can see Keria also now moving away. Beryl looking for that flank as Zeus gets on top of his ward once again. The snare going to get picked up by Beryl here as Oner moves over. It's going to be a 50-50, but it's taken by the Smolder somehow. Keria steps on 2 balloons.
They don't have to worry about that for another 5 minutes. So good moves there from KT. Good secure. Oh, TP flank coming in. This is from Keria.
Yeah, this is very aggressive. And Gumiushi's just going to get dove on top of Dep. Takes him down with a Mega Inferno Bomb. And Keria now just not able to find those angles, because without the center, what is this comp actually capable of? As now it's Perfect teleporting in. Zeus going to get thrown around like a ragdoll. These executes starting to fly in as he looks to be a hero, but he's burnt to death by BDD. The kick, it's going to connect, and Keria takes down his ex-teammate, but at what cost? As Faker is at full health, he puts up the wind wall, but 1 versus 4. I just don't think it's going to be enough. The last breath comes down, but it is exactly that. He'll take Pyoshik with him, but KT win the fight.
Saves to the Blood God, and they just lose their whole team. This is one of the concerns with this low-level center, is how squishy you are. I mean, it doesn't even feel like they... I mean, yes, Beryl jumped on him and they ulted, but he lost so much health just from the WQ for BDD, and then the flank angles attempted. But first off, we get Zeus. Okay, Zeus is now in a 1v4 situation. Okay, Zeus dead. Who's up next? Okay, Keria's turn. Keria and Oner on a 2v5 situation. Okay, now Faker's like, cool. Me and Oner in a 2v4 situation. It's always stacked against T1 for the entire fight. And even though there's some little expressions of skill where they take out members of KT, it's just
yeah, I know.
He just does the boom boom down.
And you'll say it to anyone who's willing to listen as well. I've been in those bus rides before. As okay, our last breath does connect onto Perfect. They have all of the time in the universe in this game. I mean, they're praying for a 70-minute, as they're not going to get one, as that is going to be a kick out onto Beryl. Mum comes down. Oner is going to absorb a lot of buttons by just pressing Zhonya as he puts the Crocodile to sleep. Is now Perfect. He could be in trouble, but it's another crash down. Dep takes down Oner, and BDD is untouched in this backline. Faker goes in, but the Dragon is mauling them. Dep satchels his way out. That's the Crocodile locking down a kill, and now it's BDD flapping forward, and he can feel the wind in his wings, and Zeus is just gonna go down. It's a triple kill for the little Dragon. He is legendary. And I don't even think he needs his mom anymore.
He's just untouchable. You know, it felt like the whole fight, BDD was the only person on KT who's never really threatened. He finally sees a window to go in, and he decimates T1. He is more than online at this point. He is taking over the game, and now they might end, actually. It's a Ziggs.
Yeah, Oner is up in 4 seconds time, but like you were saying, there are satchels aplenty here for this Ziggs, as Deft has already gone to work on that first turret. The Nexus is all but dead as it is exposed. The Mega Inferno Bomb just for good measure, and KT even out the series.
바람 끝낼만해. 이거 피 없는 사람 그냥 텔 타고 오던가 해야 돼. 텔 없어. 입술로 할만할 듯? 얘네 다 높으니까 그냥 끝낼만해. 릴리아 그 입구 잘 막아줘. 내가 라인 치게 하는 걸로. 내가 해줄게. 나 살짝 빨라. 끝낼만하지? 얘네 릴리아 노플해. 릴리아 노플 노공이 로플 노공. 위에 거야 형, 위에 거. 끝나도 없어. 끝나. 릴리아 나왔어. 릴리아 노플 노공. 얘 노공이야. 끝나도 노플 노공. 그냥 쳐. 나이스.